grandma and I'm going to interview her.
And what's your grandma's name?
This is Louise.
And Louise is your mother's mother.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, what is your first question, my dear?
Tell me about our ancestors.
Our ancestors. Well, a very, very long time ago, Grandma's grandma came to Canada from a long, long way away, from a place called Czechoslovakia.
Oh.
And she had to go on a ship.
A ship?
A big, big ship for
I
many,
never
many
went
days.
on a ship before.
You didn't? See, and this is a picture.
Yes.
When she came to this country.
Oh, I know.
And those are her two sons.
Oh, I know.
You do?
I know, because Granddad showed me it.
I see. So she came from a country very far away. And Grandma's other grandparents came from a country far away.
Really? But how far?
Oh, almost as far. They came from a place called the Ukraine.
Hey, one of my ancestors lived there. I mean, some, not just one.
Oh, and when they came to this country, they didn't have very much money.
Oh.
And they traveled a long way. They traveled to Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan?
That's a province.
A province?
That's a place in Canada, but it's quite far away from us.
Oh.
And when they were there, winter started coming, and they didn't have enough money for a house, and there weren't enough trees to cut down to build a house. So, do you know how they spent their first winter?
How?
They dug a hole in the ground into a hill. And that's where they lived. They made sort of a cave in the ground. And that's where they lived the very first winter they were here.
Really?
Really?
That's a great story.
Thank you.
Is it time for the next question?
Sure it can be.
What's a family tradition we like to do?
Well, we always like to get together at Thanksgiving. Because we have a lot of things to be thankful for. But Grandma likes to have all her family around at Thanksgiving.
Really? Hey, I know a book about that.
You do?
It's
And you know another little tradition we sort of have?
Bibi and Bob?
That great-grandma Nita, every Easter, she makes very, very special Easter eggs.
And sometimes do you like to,
Oh. They're very, very fragile, but they're so beautiful, aren't they?
Yes.
She makes some every year and gives us one.
And sometimes at Thanksgiving, do you like to have Bibi and Bob? It's mixed rice.
Oh, I think that would be a good tradition to start.
Really?
Yes.
Oh. Can I please show you my favorite one and you can try to get it?
If it's not on the bottom.
It's not on the bottom.
Okay. Here, I'll slide this over and you point it out, okay?
This one.
Is that your
That's my
favorite?
favorite because I like the colors.
Because there's some purple in it, and you like purple, don't you?
Yeah, and pink.
Yes.
And I also like the other colors on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think it's so, like, very nice.
She's so clever,
Yeah.
isn't
Now, can you please show? Can you please show you your? Can you please show me your favorite?
Okay, do you know what I think my very favorite one is?
What?
It's a little bit different than the others.
Oh.
Let's see if I can find it.
Well, why don't you tell me what it looks like first?
I think maybe it got buried.
Buried.
Oh, I like this one. I like how the black in that one shows all the other pretty colors.
Hey, do you know what I think?
Oh, we won't reach in there, okay?
There's another one I like.
Can you point to it from the outside?
It's right here. I'm sure you can get
This one?
Yeah, that one.
That one's quite different, isn't it?
No, that one.
This one, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that one.
It's so pretty, isn't it?
It is pretty.
And I also like
I'm sorry.
And
honey.
I also like that one and that one.
I know. Everyone is different from the other.
I know. And my most favorite is really this one.
I think you're right.
They're so fragile.
Can you feel how heavy that one is?
It's not heavy.
Okay. Now feel how that one's not heavy.
No.
And you know what happens?
What?
The egg inside, after a long time, starts to dry up. That's
Really?
Yeah.
So that's what makes it lighter.
That's right. Oh, perfectly. Perfectly.
Now, is it time for the coin?
Sure. What's your next question?
My next question is, share a story about your childhood.
Okay. Well, do you know, when I was in kindergarten,
Kindergarten?
so I would be just the size of you.
You mean you were my age?
That's right, I was your age.
Really?
And do you know Queen Elizabeth? Have you heard of Queen Elizabeth?
Yes!
Well, when I was in kindergarten, there was a very, very big ceremony all across the country because that's when she became a queen. Before that, she was a princess.
Really?
And there was a big celebration.
You mean like in Bug's Life, Princess Anna was first a princess, but then she was a queen in the end?
Just exactly like that.
Oh wait, I see another egg that looks very, very gorgeous. See that one? It's brown and white. That one.
Yes, that's very different, isn't it?
Yes. Do you want to see if it's heavy or light?
I think maybe we'll just leave it in there because...
Yeah. Tell me the story of when I was a baby.
When you were a baby.
Yes. That's question 4.
You didn't ask any questions because you couldn't talk.
No.
I know one story.
What?
Your daddy was away. He was in a country called Japan to
Oh.
go. So you and Mommy came to stay here. So Mommy and Grandma went shopping and we bought what we call a jolly jumper.
A jolly jumper?
It was sort of like a swing that you use in the house.
Oh.
And we put you in the jolly jumper.
Hey, I know what that is. Remember I tied it with a purple balloon?
That's right. And you bounced.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gracie, for being my granddaughter. I love you and I love the interview.
Okay. That was great. Now, Daddy, are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it outtake time?
Sure, it's okay, time.
Action, Parker.
Go for it.
Tell me about our ancestors.
Ancestors? You mean the ones that lived in the cave thousands of years ago?
Yes.
That the dinosaurs came to visit them? They had pet dinosaurs?
I know.
Those ancestors?
Yeah, those ancestors.
I think their names were Fred and Georgina.